Let me tell you something that might change your life. Not every thought deserves your attention. And not every thought is telling you the truth. In fact, some of the biggest battles that you will ever face will happen inside your own mind. Hello everyone, welcome back to Elevate You Lifestyle. I'm Eric Quick Nelson. Imagine this. It's 2:17 in the morning. The room is quiet. Everyone else is asleep. But your mind is running a marathon. You are replaying conversations, revisiting mistakes, imagining worst case scenarios, creating problems that don't even exist yet. And the more you think, the worse you feel. This is what we're going to talk about today. Let's dive into it. Your mind is a powerful tool, but it can also become a dangerous place to live because overthinking has a way of disguising itself as productivity. It makes you feel like you are solving something, planning something, preparing for something, when in reality, you are just trapped in a loop. The same thoughts, the same fears, the same stories, over and over again. Let me say this clearly. Thinking and overthinking are not the same thing. See, thinking creates clarity. Overthinking creates confusion. Thinking leads to action. Overthinking delays action. Thinking helps you move. Overthinking keeps you stuck. And the longer you stay trapped in your own head, the harder it becomes to trust yourself. Because now every decision feels complicated. Every opportunity feels risky. Every situation feels uncertain. You start analyzing instead of living. And life was never meant to be lived entirely inside your own mind. Now, let me tell you where overthinking usually begins. It begins in fear. Fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of making the wrong choice, fear of looking foolish. And because you fear the outcome, you keep replaying possibilities, trying to predict everything, trying to control everything, trying to avoid pain. Here's the truth. You cannot think your way out of uncertainty. At some point, you have to move. You have to decide. You have to trust yourself. Because clarity often comes from action, not endless analysis. No. The answer you are looking for may not come from another hour of thinking. It may come from taking the next step. One step, not 20. Just one. And here's something powerful. Most of the things we worry about never happen. Yet we suffer emotionally as if it already did. Think about that. Now, how many nights have been stole by situations that never happened? How much peace have you sacrificed to imaginary problems? How much energy have you wasted fighting battles that only existed in your mind? That is the cost of overthinking. And it is expensive. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying ignore reality. I'm just saying stop creating extra suffering because life already gives us enough challenges. We don't need to manufacture more. Strong people learn something important. They learn how to observe their thoughts without obeying every one of them. That's wisdom. No, just because your mind says something doesn't make it true. No, just because you feel fear doesn't mean danger exists. Just because you are uncertain doesn't mean that you are incapable. Your mind produces thoughts. That's its job. Your job is deciding which thoughts deserves your attention. That is where peace begins, not when your mind becomes quiet, but when you stop believing every thought that enters it. And once you learn that, your entire life changes. Because now you are not reacting. You are observing. You're not spiraling. You are choosing. You're not trapped. You are free. And let me leave you with this. Your mind is a tool, not a prison. The next time your thoughts start racing, pause and ask yourself, is this reality? Or is this fear wearing the mask of reality? That question alone might change everything. If this message spoke to you today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. This is Elevate You. And as always, let's elevate.